This report is based on a news story that was actually covered by the media.
The familiar figure in a red suit has become so common across the world that few people ever question where this image came from. The appearance we now take for granted, a bright red outfit, a large bag, a white beard, was not always a global standard. This visual was shaped gradually through different cultures and historical layers, before spreading widely in its present form. The story of how this image was created involves both Europe and the United States, and traces back through several different traditions. The earliest roots of this figure can be found in Europe. In the Netherlands, there was a long-standing tradition of a man who visited towns in early winter, giving small gifts to children. He was often depicted as an elderly man with a white beard, riding a horse through the streets. The core concept of a benevolent figure traveling during winter and bringing gifts can already be seen here, and this tradition served as one of the foundations for the image that would later evolve. Meanwhile, in the United Kingdom, there existed a different tradition known as Father Christmas. This figure was closely tied to winter festivities, symbolizing celebration, warmth, and the spirit of the season. Rather than focusing on delivering gifts, he represented the joy of winter gatherings and holiday cheer. Even within Europe, winter figures did not share identical roles or appearances, and multiple traditions coexisted with their own meanings. In the 19th century, large numbers of Europeans immigrated to the United States. They carried their winter traditions with them, including the Dutch figure and the British holiday symbol. These ideas blended together, and American writers and illustrators began publishing stories and drawings based on them. As these stories circulated, the appearance and personality of the winter visitor became more clearly defined. This process was gradual, but it marked the beginning of what would become the modern red-suited figure. The late 19th century brought advances in printing technology in the United States, allowing illustrations to reach many households through magazines. Images began to portray a man in red clothing, with a white beard, a distinctive hat, and a rounded, friendly appearance. These drawings spread quickly, giving the public a consistent visual model. The influence of American media was strong, and within a relatively short time, the red suit image became widely recognized. By the 20th century, the modern appearance was firmly established. The bright red color stood out vividly against winter landscapes, and the design was easy for people to remember. As mass communication expanded, this visual became even more standardized, eventually spreading beyond the United States and taking hold in Europe and other regions. The red costume, once just one interpretation, became the dominant global image. Still, differences remained across Europe. In parts of Scandinavia, winter traditions featured small household beings associated with farms and rural life, who delivered gifts in a way distinct from the American figure. In some regions of the United Kingdom, the older celebration-focused tradition continued to be recognized. This means a modern image did not fully erase earlier customs. Instead, it coexists with local variations that have survived to the present day. In the Southern Hemisphere, where the seasons are reversed, the winter imagery does not naturally align with local climates. In warmer countries, the traditional red suit is sometimes adapted into lighter clothing for seasonal celebrations. These adjustments reflect environmental differences, but they do not alter the global influence of the red-suited figure. The core image remains centered on the style that became widely accepted through American and European culture. The figure known today is a result of overlapping histories. Traditions from the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and other European regions merged in the United States, where writers and illustrators shaped a consolidated form. This appearance spread through books, magazines, and later mass media, crossing borders and becoming a universal symbol. Local differences continue to exist, but the overall image shows the impact of cultural exchange over time. When recognizing this red-suited figure today, it is easy to assume the image has always been the same. Yet it is a relatively recent creation, built on a long sequence of cultural adaptations. Its enduring popularity is a result of this layered history, which allowed a single figure to become a worldwide emblem of winter celebrations. P.S. Of course, you already know his name. He is Santa Claus, one of the most famous figures in the world. A man who brings dreams to everyone.
Many things are happening around the world every day. and unexpected events may occur in our own lives as well. We hope to see you again in our next story.